First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
We go! 10 Lobo. Off the screen, off the screen, off the screen.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Vikings first down.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. 80 weapons. Hey, check 24.
They'll drop the throw. Open man is QT, complete. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
A run for Nick Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Go, go.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. It was third down defensively. They were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, it didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on third and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 30 base, let's go. Set the tone, decon, 132 fight. No. Ready.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
I got you, boy.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
Brings up third down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Red, 94. 3, 64, weak.
He's checking.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 3. And this is Cook with a grab. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass, some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field, but the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
60 Pittsburgh. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now back to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kiki QT hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd.
Back to throw. Martinez. Now he's forced out left. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 61. Matchbox. Right. Twitch. Kill. Let's go. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
What twitch? What happened?
Off the play fake. Martinez. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Room here to run. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Second and 2. Thomas has got it. Complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, it's Chubb. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Second and 6. Got an open man, it's QT. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
70, Indy.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
54, check.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right now.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw. Martinez. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Shoot this side. Shoot this side. We got 3.
Now Martinez on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carpenter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
He's down right here. He's down on the right. Down on the right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Take 4. See it. Slam. Whip. Watch the whip. Hard.
Martinez now operating from the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He finds Matthews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. They'll set up to throw. He finds his target. It's Matthews.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He gets it to Matthews, complete. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen?
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready. 50, plant. Check. Walk 54. How you get on the head?
They run it again with Cook. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate Dalvin alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shifts by him. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They'll run on first down. Right. They find some open field here. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Detroit. 58 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Watch the slant.
Back to throw. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Come on.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey, team 6. Check. Watch 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey!
Mike 54. I know he ain't got it. Go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check the recall. 132 fight. Check. Watch twist. Ready, go.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
Martinez to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the one in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Check 31. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge. Let's go.
And again this time to the tailback. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That one looks like he'll throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Go now. Head over. General West.
At the 16-yard line.
Snap.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
90.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, back up.
2nd and 10. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Michael Thomas with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Going long here for... He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time. Back to throw. Martinez. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
To throw is Martinez. Gonna throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Detroit. How about that? Their quarterback with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Hurdles over it.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.